Terry is up in Temecula, California. Terry, how can we help?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Pleasure speaking to you guys today. Got a quick question regarding kind of a difficult work conversation I'm going to have. I'm an insurance agent. I sell property and casualty, so auto, home, umbrella, that type stuff. And I just recently got my life insurance license last week. And so it's time for me to talk to my boss about, I don't believe in whole life or universal life.
Good
essentially
man.
in line with what you guys, kind of preach here. And so how should I have that conversation with my boss? And just kind of looking for some wisdom there.
Yeah. So before we talk about how, what's the point that you're going to be making? What's the very clear thing you want your boss to hear? Don't worry about how to wordsmith it. Just tell me point blank. Go.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear that I have no intention on ever promoting or selling universal or whole life insurance.
Okay, great. And are you required to offer or to sell it? And if you're talking to somebody, are you required? Is that something that they're making sure you do, or is it just one product in a buffet, if you will?
Yeah, it's just one product in a buffet, I would say.
So you're not required to sell it?
We offer term insurance as well. I'm not required at all to sell it, no. But, I mean, the expectation is there that I'm asking about life insurance and pushing that, which obviously I believe in life insurance, term insurance. But,
I understand
the two.
Yeah, and I understand the expectation is there. And I'm leading to answering your question directly, but I'm trying to get true context here. I understand the expectation is there because it's one of the products on the buffet, if you will. Okay. But are they actively checking up on this and monitoring this? Is this something that you're going to have to confront sooner or later?
I think I will have to confront it sooner or later.
All right. So that's all I wanted to know, because to the point that it's not like an aggressive thing that you have to do, I wouldn't bring it up right now. But if you're going to have to deal with it sooner or later, then that's fine. But what do you think the reaction is going to be?
I'm honestly not sure. I've got a really good relationship with the agency owner, and it's a fairly small agency that I work at. There's 4 of us in the office, and, I am the top producer in the office as far as selling auto and home.
Great.
And so I'm not worried about like losing my job per se, but, I just want to make sure I'm going about the conversation.
No, I got an opinion, but I want to know one other question. So
sure.
Are the other products, so everything but whole life, are they as profitable for the agency as whole life, or is whole life more profitable?
Whole life is certainly the most profitable.
That's what I thought. All right,
yeah.
So you're going to have to make a business case on this, and when you go in, and I think you got to go in not with a posture of being indignant, but just go in and be humble and very clear. Hey, listen, just want you to know, I don't believe in this product. I'm not knocking you or anybody, but I just want to be up and up because I'm a number 1 producer right now, and I just want to be very clear because it's going to come up eventually why I'm not selling this. And I'm going to make the company a bunch of money. I'm going to make a lot of people very happy and take care of them, but I can't in good conscience sell whole life. And now what you can't do is get sucked into a debate. But if you've got a couple of key reasons as to why, you lay that out very clearly and then sit back, and it's almost like you're just gently pushing that plate across the table and go, this is how it's going to be. If you feel like you got to confront it now, that's the only way to do this. And let's just, I think the fact that you're a number 1 producer and the fact that you've got clear convictions as to why you won't sell it, I think it's that's all you can do. I don't know that there's any other way that you can handle that.
Got it.
How does that sit with you, Terry? I mean, you said this may go very smoothly. And he goes, all right, it's understood. You're not going to sell a whole life, and if someone's adamant about wanting it, you might pass it off to a different sales guy who goes, oh, my gosh, thank you so much. This is great. Thanks for the lead. But I love that you're sticking to your convictions and your values, and thank you for the insider tip. Now we can announce to America that the reason they push whole life is because it's way more profitable than term life.
That's what I was
right, Terry?
To.
Can you confirm that for all of us listening?
Yes, that is correct.
But, Terry, now that I answered your question, I'm now going to challenge you. You okay with that?
Sure.
while we do not like whole life insurance at Ramsey Solutions, and we are very, very clear on our stance on that, the fact of the matter is you have chosen to work for an agency that sells that product, and they're not going to stop selling that product. I doubt that you're going to lay this out and he's going to go, Terry, you're right. As of today, we're getting rid of whole life as a product, and we're not going to sell it anymore. We're going to talk everybody out of it. Like, that's not going to happen, right?
Right.
So at some point, you probably need to be prepared to go out on your own or go with somebody else who doesn't sell this product. I'm just telling you. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying this is a conflict here.
It's like working in retail and they push the store credit card, and that's part of your job is you got to do it. And you have to say, listen, I'm not going to push the store credit card.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm working for you, but I don't want to sell your number one product. See, you're laughing. Because part of me would go, well, then go work somewhere else. This is our number one product. Right. So I don't know how it's going to go. I hope it goes well. But at some point, you probably need to go somewhere else, is what I'm getting at. That's what I think.
Right, exactly. And that is something that I have, thought about, eventually, like you said, either striking out on my own or going to, an agency or somewhere else that doesn't promote it, or with people who are more in line with my values. I've only been in insurance for about a year now, and this is the first agency I've worked at, and so now that I have my life license, the expectation is that I'm going to be selling life insurance, and so I just wanted to have that conversation on the front end and get ahead of it.
Yeah, I love your integrity, but the what you laughed at is the point that you're going to have to deal with, which is, it's like going to work for an automotive dealer. They sell one thing, and you go, listen, I'm not going to sell this one. I'm only going to sell the used cars of the other make. Be like, what the crap are you doing here? Leave. So, understand that that's what you're going to be met with. And I understand that. As much as I disagree with whole life, I understand why they would react that way.
There's other insurance fish in the sea. And our friends at Zander Insurance, for example, don't sell whole life. And so there are companies out there who aren't going to push these products. So there's other options for you if this doesn't work out. But I hope the conversation goes great, and you're there for a long time, and you're very happy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's simple.
But, hey, be prepared to move on.
Great reminder that whole life is a ripoff
from
the inside. You heard it here first.
George, you're so spicy.
Thank you.
Wow.